Hey everybody, what's going on? It's BRIL Fitness, and we're doing a question and answer video for you guys. I look red because I'm kind of sunburned. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was freaking hot out, and I had to mow today. So anyway, today we're doing a question and answer video. We are right at basically 4 weeks out from the Flex Lewis NPC Classic. Looking pretty good. Kind of holding a lot of water today, or like this past week, but that should be coming a lot better. Alright, so anyway, we are doing question and answer video. First question is, how do you feel now in comparison to 1 year ago and 3 years ago? For those of you who haven't watched the video on my main channel, to catch you up to speed, I used to be like 305, somewhere between 305 and 315, and decided to get in shape. So 3 years ago, I felt like a fat ass. I mean, you know, everybody just gave you those weird looks all the time, and, you know, nobody really had any respect for me, and it was kind of just, oh, look at that fat fuck, you know. But I was, so I kind of, you know, I kind of had it coming. And then a year ago, honestly, I really was kind of down on myself, because I expected, you know, starting that heavy, that, you know, I wasn't going to have to diet all the way down to 168 pounds, you know, and I probably could have even still went further than that, you know, at least trying to drop more water, or something. So, I definitely, you know, I was kind of actually depressed a lot last year, you know, even though I was glad that I was successful with dropping the weight, but I was actually still pretty upset that I was so freaking small. That was actually a big disappointment for me, and was totally unexpected. But, you know, you move on with life and figure out what the good supplements are and blow up right. Where now, I feel great. You know, everywhere I go, you know, people are coming up to me. You know, I'm actually getting called a bodybuilder when I go out in public now. You know, it's not like, man, how much do you bench? It's like, dude, do you compete or something? Or, you know, what, you know? Like, I actually have had a lot of people come up to me in public now and ask me if I'm a competitive bodybuilder and stuff, which feels freaking awesome. You know, because usually, even if you're big or whatever, you know, people just look at you and, man, you know, how much can you bench, or are you on steroids? No, like, people are coming up and being like, hey, you know, you a bodybuilder? You know, it's kind of different, you know, and it makes you feel good that, you know, you've actually taken your physique to a level where other people look at you and say, holy shit, that guy's freaking, like, looks good as shit, you know. So that, like, now I'm on cloud 9 right now. I honestly don't even want to start putting on mass again, just because I don't want to have to put on any fat, you know. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to having a little bit more energy. Now, next question. How much different are you treated by males and or females? Before, you know, guys that, you know, they might come up and be like, man, you know, what'd you do to get your arms so big, or something like that, you know. Where now guys are coming up asking me for diet advice. They're asking me, you know, specific training advice. They're wanting me to write programs for them for free, which I'm not going to do, but not for free. But, you know, I get guys coming up to me all the time asking me serious, you know, fitness related questions, rather than just, how'd you get your arms so big? So that is definitely a huge difference over, you know, how it was even, you know, just before prep and at the beginning of prep. Girls, you know, girls have definitely started really flocking to me, which is actually kind of crappy because I'm engaged, so I can't really do anything about it. But you know, I was at Applebee's the other day eating some tilapia and rice, tilapia and broccoli. It was my last meal of the day, and these girls come up and they're asking me to flex and, you know, can I touch your arms and all this other shit, and I'm like, I'm eating, you know, like, and I'm not trying to be arrogant, but you know, I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression whenever, you know, if they come up, you know, like that, and you know that they're, you know, flirting with you, trying to, you know, hook up or whatever. I don't want to try and give off the impression that I'm interested in that, because I'm not. I'm actually in a very happy, committed relationship. So when it comes to that aspect, it's more, you know, kind of fuck off, you know, as politely as I can. But, you know, so that's definitely kind of different too. You know, usually it was just, you know, they'd just kind of look and you'd hear them talking after you walked away, and now that it's like, I gotta go talk to that guy, or something. I don't freaking know. I don't understand women. They're fucking weird. Now, this question came from Alpha, however you pronounce it. Alwanfa. I don't freaking know. Anyway, he said, what keeps you going in moments of darkness? Which he actually means, you know, how do you stay consistent when, you know, times get hard? How do you prevent urges and stuff like that? Let me see if I can find it here. It should be on the table. Number 1, Walden Farms chocolate peanut butter spread. A chocolate peanut spread. Doesn't even taste like freaking peanut butter, but put a little bit in your oatmeal and it kind of squashes all those cravings. This is my current dressing of choice. Roasted red pepper Italian. It's got 40 calories, 2 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and I put it on everything. Like, not everything, you know, I'll put it on salads, or I'll put it, you know, I marinated some fish in it the other day before I cooked it, and that was freaking good too. You know, little stuff like that can really go a long ways with, you know, fixing your cravings. I also use the Mrs. Dash type stuff, salt-free salt. Stuff like that makes a huge difference for me. Just mentally, you know, you think that you're getting something that you're not. And another thing I've been doing a lot is some ice cubes, some water, some pineapple, and my sportprotein.com egg white powder. Put it in a blender, mix it up, get you a slushy, freaking drink that shit, and it's amazing. And it squashes my ice cream cravings, my slushy cravings, my freaking, you know, shaved Italian ice cravings, and, you know, it doesn't really cost anything other than the initial cost to get in a blender and some pineapple, but big freaking deal. Now, these are probably, these are what I'm gonna, this little section of questions here are gonna be my last ones for this group, for this video. What is the importance of having a great coach? I wouldn't look like this or anywhere near where I'm at right now without freaking busting ass. And I don't mean me busting my ass. I mean without my coach, busting ass coach, freaking BA. Guy is freaking awesome. I mean, I can't say enough, you know, anytime I have any problems, you know, I shoot him an email. I hear back from him, you know, usually within an hour. And, you know, hey, you know, one day I messaged him. I was like, man, you know, I cheated. I had some sushi. And he messaged me back. He's like, sushi? Really? You cheated and you had sushi? It's like, you know, but I don't think that there would be any way that I would be anywhere near ready for this show without having a great coach. I definitely would say, if it's especially for your first show, make sure that you have a coach in your corner. And if it's not your first show, make sure that you have somebody in mind in case things don't start going right away, you know, and you don't think you're going to make it. You know, make sure that you've got somebody that you can be like, hey, you know, you got any room, you know, because you don't want to be trying to get a hold of 10 coaches if you're 8-9 weeks out and you look like you're freaking 12, you know. So you want to make sure that you have a coach that you have access to pretty easily. And I think that the best coach for that is Bustin' Ass. And you can get a hold of him at bustin'asscoach@hotmail.com. I've actually told people, without a good coach, I'd probably be prepping for this show. I'd probably still be prepping for this show whenever it comes around again next year. Because I feel like not only am I responsible to myself, you know, to make sure that I get to the level I need to be at, but also I'm paying somebody to make sure that I get there. So, you know, if I throw that, you know, that money down the drain, that's on me. And that's you know, a good coach isn't going to be cheap. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. You know, it's not cheap to get a good coach. But if I hadn't spent the money, there's no way in hell I'd be where I'm at right now. So if you're thinking about doing a show, you know, or if you want to make sure that you have somebody to be accountable to make sure that you get to whatever level it is that you want to get to for whatever event, or, you know, the beach, or some fucking cruise, or fucking music festival, ZYZZ shit, fucking get a coach, pay the money, and you'll freaking have that much more motivation, because you don't want to throw that money away. You know, that's money that you could be using on other stuff. You know, if you aren't going to be dedicated, you're not going to spend the money. And what was the one area that having an outside perspective helped you the most with regards to a coach? All of it. I had never dieted down for a contest to get to this level on my own. I might have accidentally got low body fat before, but I looked like shit. Everything that I've learned, you know, I've given advice to other people from the advice that I've gotten from Coach. You know, I've learned so much in such a short period of time. I can't pinpoint one specific area. I mean, you know, posing, diet, nutrition, supplementation, everything. You know, he's doing my posing routine for me. That video is coming tonight too, hopefully, if I can get it edited. But I mean, you know, everything, it has just been a huge help, and I can't thank Coach enough. I highly recommend you hit him up. It's definitely worth the money. You know, even if you just shoot him a message and say, hey, you know, can you just give me a couple pointers, I'm sure he'll at least point you in the right direction. So anyway, I've been going on for like forever. I'm gonna quit rambling. I'll catch you guys next time. This is BRIL Fitness, and I will see you later.